Hey, what's going on out there? Here's a dollar. Gold and silver up all night, retraced all day. Same opposite for the dollar here. Came down like we wanted to, and let gold and silver run. But gold and silver retraced the gains all day today. Same with the dollar. Retraced its losses. There's a 5-hour chart, so you can see the retracement back. And there's that bearish retracement. Classic move towards the 34 and backed off. Hit resistance, backed off. We got a triple top now on the daily. 3 wicks. Went into previous lows, got knocked back. So I would suggest that we're going to see lower prices in the dollar unless some miraculous double bottom takes hold. But on a daily chart, we got a definite cross over the 34, a bearish retracement back into resistance, and then a back off. Classic moves over the 34. And now the weekly, still got a lot of support, but anything can happen, you know, as always. We got one last line of support there, 94, so look for a bounce at 94 once we break previous lows. Previous lows at 95.50 and then at 95. So there we go. Hopefully the dollar will keep coming down, so the gold and silver are in good time to run. S&P, looks like we got another top showing its face. We got 3 wicks showing high, pointing up. That's a tri-tip. Still at support on a daily, and nothing's confirmed on the weekly yet. But it's coming back into previous highs, coming soon. S&P, we got support all the way up, so or all the way down. We got EMA 8, 13, and 34 all sitting right below. So if it wants to come down, it's going to have support holding it up. That's pretty much it for S&P. It's all fluff anyways. Here's the 10-year yield coming back into support, slamming into the 34. So once we get above the 34, what we're looking for is a consolidation. This is more of a drop-off, but it did stop at support. So look for any kind of bounce, but these things can break down. Just because it's over the 34 don't mean anything. It's just a reference point. So there we go. Kind of a steep line, not as steep as I'd like it to see something just drop off. But it looks like we came back below the 34 and bounced above. So we got some support working. Not much of a bounce for any kind of turnaround, but see how the rest of the week turns out, as that looks like a bearish flag now. That kind of a flag pattern. So it can keep going all the way up to the 34, doing this bear thing. Bearish flag, and then drop off. On a weekly, that line becomes a lot more steep. So, you know what I say, if the line is steep, the easier it is to slice through. So it looks bearish, looks like a bearish flag forming, not much of a consolidation over the EMA 8 or 13. It's trying to break into previous lows, but got knocked back. And for the week, it's all down. So looks like it got support here, but you never know, it could happen. Here's some good old Deutsche Bank, still running hard from its double bottom, daily double bottom. And now the weekly double bottom, it's into resistance. Let's see what happens as it wants to break into previous lows. But looks like we got a nice bounce forming on Deutsche Bank, just in the nick of time. Here's German 10-year. That thing just fell apart, didn't it? Nice consolidation over the 34, but now we are just about ready to break previous lows. So it's still got support, but does not look healthy as it closed on its lows. Look for previous low breaks at, looks like -12, and Bon Voyage off to -20 again. Watch out below. Again, so it consolidated over the 34 on a daily. That's what we're looking for any kind of turnaround, but doesn't look like it's holding on this one. Certainly gave it a college try. Gold. Nice run all night since we talked last, and then all day. Retraced back into support. Retraced a lot more than I wished, but caught itself right where it needed to. Here's the daily. You can see the gap up and the run up. Looking healthy on a weekly. We got a couple more days, but we need to close above our 1356. Close above previous highs. We need to go above previous highs on gold. Kind of like a V bottom. Not sure how this is going to play out, but we are above support. Follow that EMA 8 all the way up on a weekly chart. Let's see on 60 minutes, see what is going on. There's a retracement. And now it looks like a bearish flag. I hope that's not a bearish flag. Anywho's, it's in a pinch, right? You can see the price between the 13.8 and 34, all right there, and it is kind of wanting to edge up, so watch for previous high breaks. Also, that just looks like a flag. Nothing's guaranteed in this market, but look for previous low breaks. Looks like we're at support. Bounced at support, and now bearish flagging. Maybe we just need to make an opposing point to get things running. So, anywho's, it's not ready yet, obviously. We needed to keep going. It dropped off like a rock. And then now we got this bearish flag consolidation, which is bearish. So maybe we need an opposing point. Keep this thing running up. Watch for previous high and low breaks. Looks like it wants to go up, and we'll see what happens. 60-minute chart. Looks pretty funky. Silver. Got a double bottom on 5-hour chart. Ran all the way up all night and then came all the way back down into support all day. So there we are. That is a 2-bar bearish pattern, but you have to take in consideration the double bottom, the cross above the 34, and then bearish or bullish retrace back into the 34, making this your best buy. But we need time to let that EMA 8 and 13 cross over the 34, so I'm thinking maybe a sideways action. But staying above the 34 is the key. Consolidate, 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 gather its legs, and run again. That's about all I can say. Longer term looks good. Not out of the woods, I don't think, but we are pretty healthy. Above previous highs, definitely above the 20 mark where I wanted to be yesterday. So that happened pretty fast. That was pretty cool. Looks like we got a downward trend line to break if we want to get out of this mess. But right now it looks like just consolidating. Watch a break over 21. Could be nice. Let's see, where are we going to go if we break 21 on silver? If we break 21 on silver, previous lows is at 26. Previous lows at 26. We got previous highs to get through, but these are more likely a bump and run. Unless it wants to go up to 24.5 and stop, or 25. So it looks like first stop 25, but previous lows at 20. Let's just call it 27. That'd be really awesome to get. I mean, we got a monthly breakout. This thing should be running pretty steadily every month for the next 6 months. So we're only 2 weeks in, right? 2 weeks into the August. So maybe the last 2 weeks we'll get a runner, new highs. Let's just take it forever. These monthly charts, alright? Let's see, GDXJ, same thing on both. You can see the gap down, you can see the fill, and this morning it gapped up and traced back into support. So we're looking good. We made a new high, and we went back into support. These are your best buys. I know that I bought something at the end of the day because I saw this action, but who knows what's going to happen. I was just being prepared for the jerks to run it up at night and let my stock gap in the morning. That's the way it's been going. So I was just kind of prepared for that, but seems to be doing it almost every day. It seems like run it up at night and let it cool off during the day. It's like, come on, let us play. Tired of it. GDX, same thing. Gapped up, filled the gap, closed not as well as GDXJ, which has been a common occurrence, but it's right there. I think we matched highs. So what? Ultimately, we're working with a double top right now, so we have to break that by Friday. And one of them I forgot was crude. Let's take a look at that real quick. Kind of had a bad day. So we had the run up, and now we've got a triple top and a close down. So gonna need some help on crude. But it's still holding its own on the weekly. You can see the pushback. This, like I said, and keep mentioning, these things don't always hold up. And we know how crude is. Crude has been in some trouble lately, coming off these lows. But we do have a double bottom, as I always state. The bullish retracement, the nasty reversal bar, and then the follow through. Bullish retracement on a weekly chart, pumped, and this right now to me is an inverted hammer. This week's hammer putting in right now. So on a daily, it just shows so much different. It looks like a pushback from previous lows, and closing on its lows does not look healthy for the daily. Anything can happen. We can just open up and make another double bottom, making this an opposing point. Getting ready to make another push forward. But right now on the daily it looks bearish, right? And then on a weekly, price is in the pinch, and right now it looks like it bounced, ran up to resistance, and inverted hammer so far this week. So ultimately we need to get above 44, consolidate above, and that would push on through, maybe even make a break at 50 here soon. But we'll see. That's all I got, guys. Thank you very much for donations. And I'm working on something with the charting system. I got screwed over by Ameritrade, my favorite quote tracker. They're going to shelf it. But the guy who created it and sold it to Ameritrade in like 2006 or something, I can't remember. I think it was earlier than that. I'm not sure. Anyways, I learned how to trade on Quote Tracker. The gentleman, Jerry Medved, sold it to Ameritrade for like millions of dollars, and Ameritrade is deciding to shelf it. Well, in the meantime, Jerry has been creating his own new version of Quote Tracker, and had a few words with him. He's going to let me promote it on this channel. So what I'm going to do is get a tutorial together on how effective the trading platform is. And I think some of the newbies, if you're new to trading, I think that I mean, I've traded a lot of platforms. I would only recommend maybe TradeStation and Quote Tracker. Other than that, every single trading platform I've traded with, from brokers, eSignal too, I would recommend that one. But these things are so expensive nowadays. eSignal, for example, was like $50 a month to get the data feed and trade their deal. But now it's like $150 a month. I'm not paying that much for trading platform. So Jerry Medved, he's got a nice deal going. Whoever your broker is, you can feed it through the platform. Not all brokers, but he's got a good lineup. Anywho's $20 a month for a trading platform. Doesn't make me happy because I was trading for free through Ameritrade because they owned it and I didn't have to pay Quote Tracker. Well, now they're shelving it and I got to pay $20 a month on them. So it's sort of the same programming, charting, and what I want to show everybody is the watch list. The watch list is key. Setting your alarms, your alerts, and pretty awesome stuff. So look forward to that, and I'll put a link to the Medved trading system in this description. So if you use it, I get a little credit. Maybe I won't have to pay if I get enough subscribers. But well worth it, 20 bucks a month. I'm going to have to forego it because the trading system, the watch list, is key to my trading. And I'll try to show you as best as I can when I get around to it. So anyways, I appreciate it, everyone. Thanks for the comments. You guys are awesome. I'm glad you're sticking around. I'm glad I can keep up with you. I didn't know that I can last this long, but it's just moving forward. Gold and silver is going to run for a couple years. See if I can hang in there. I'll talk to you guys all later. See ya.